Alright, so this is 9-5 variation functions. Numbers 7, 9, 12, 17, 19, 22 are the homework. This section will be fairly simple. A lot of it is what you've done, I think, in like algebra, middle school, things like that, but just a little bit of twist on there. 9-5, start with the learning target. So I can recognize and solve direct, joint, and inverse problems. We're not going to do combined. But so anyways, direct variation, a lot of it deals with a graph that looks like this. As x goes up, y will go up. So they're both going up. You have this positive sloped line. Anyways, so our first example, y varies directly as x and y equals 15 when x equals 5. Find y when x equals 7. So that's our first example. We're going to use this key equation here. And this is the direct variation proportion equation. Y1 over x1 equals y2 over x2. So the first thing we need to do is figure out, all right, what is our x1, what is our y1, what's our x2, what's our y2. To do that, I'm going to show you the ordered pair way. And that's these two ordered pairs right here. So it says y varies directly as x, and y equals 15 when x equals negative 5. So that's just my one pair, x1, y1. Now you could have that as your x2, y2. You just can't flip-flop with the 7. And it says find y, so that's our missing y, y2, when x equals 7. So 7 is going to be our x2. From there, you're just plugging out all those numbers into our key equation, our proportion. So now we have that. We have 5 over negative 5, y1 over x1 equals y2 over x2. And you have two fractions with an equal in the middle, so you can do cross multiplication here. 15, there we go. 15 over or times 7 is 105, and then y2 times negative 5 is negative 5 times y2. Then you're just going to divide by negative 5 on both sides, and 105 divided by negative 5 is negative 21. So you can get the missing y2. What is y2? What is the other y? Using this nice proportion. All right. So our next part now is joint variation. Suppose that r varies jointly as v and t. Find r when v equals 2, t equals 8. If r equals 70 when v equals 10 and t equals 4. So I changed up the variables just to show you that you might not have a y, x, and z every time. But it's going to say suppose r. Now r is that's our key one. That's the one we know that's the one varies jointly. That is the one that's going to be on top. So our r is our new y1. Our r's are our y1 and y2s. Our v and t's are our x's and our z's. It doesn't matter which one, I guess, if you think about it, because it's just multiplication going on here. So that's that. Find r when v equals 2 and t equals 8. So we're missing an r if r equals 70 when v equals 10 and t equals 4. So I'm not going to show you an ordered pair this time. I'm just going to show you kind of in just kind of chart form. So I have my r1 equals 70, my v1 equals 10, my t1 equals 4. That's this part right here, the r equals 70 when v equals 10 and t equals 4. That's that right there. And then the missing part is we're missing r2, but we know that v at the time is 2 and t2 is 8. All right, so there's our items. So now when we plug this into the key equation here, my r1 and r2 are on the top. That's my y1, y2. So we have 70 and we have r2. My bottoms is the v1 times t1. So v1 times t1 is 4 times 10 is 40. And my other bottom is v2 times t2. 2 times 8 is 16. Cross multiply. You then have 40r2 equals 1,120. Divide by 40 on both sides, and you're left with r2 equals 28. This is probably the most difficult of all the variations, is the joint one, just because there's this 3 variable thing. Which one is on top? Which one's the y? And it's always going to be the first one they state. So they're going to say suppose, or they're going to say if r. Well, that's the one that's going to be on top then. The last part is the inverse variation. So if x varies inversely as y, and x equals 24 when y is 4, find x when y equals 12. Now notice this is the one key equation that's quite different. So you have x1 over y2 equals x2 over y1. Keep in mind, so it's the ones that are in the corners, twos are in the corners, across, or diagonal from each other. I'm going to do the ordered pair thing again. So our first ordered pair is 24, 4, and then we're missing an x, so x2, 12. So this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're going to plug this into the equation. So I have my x1 is 24 over my y2, which is 12, and then my x2, I don't know, over my y1, which is 4. Cross multiply, you get 96 equals 12 times x squared, or x2. Divide by 12, and you have 96 divided by 12. That gets you 8. So x2 equals 8. Again, the questions are on the back. We have 7, 9, 12, 17, 19, 22.